Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here she is, the one and only, the most gorgeous woman in the world. She's been looking extra good lately. We love her. You love her. She gives the best relationship advice. Get ready for hot takes and hot cakes. She's bringing it to you live right here from this studio. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, the smartest girl in the world, Nivine Nash.
Oh, thank you so much,
Wonderful.
Jason.
Hello.
I'm pretty proud of you. You are carrying 3 podcasts on your back, and I haven't heard you complain once.
I'm not complaining. I complain all the time.
You are someone, I would say, who
Needs to get out of the business?
No, you work hard. You're a hustler.
I know. Every day I'm hustling. It's a great tune.
Please don't
by
start
Rick Ross.
singing. Something I'm super thankful for is I have been on Magic Mind's 7-day challenge. I am on day 3.
Oh, amazing. I am also on day 3.
It's like a mental performance shot. It's absolutely incredible. It like keeps you sharp. It's not a coffee replacement. But you know what I found out about it?
Yeah.
If you do drink coffee, there's L-theanine in it,
Right.
which actually will make, if you drink coffee in the day and you have L-theanine in the day, it makes your coffee last longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It gives you a little kick.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
wow.
it's like a time-lapsed caffeine or something.
Oh, that's incredible.
I don't know if that's the right verbiage, but it sounded pretty right when I said it.
Yeah, I usually have my focus shot around 1 and 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock when I'm getting ready, really in the middle of the day, getting editing, going out, shooting content, all that stuff. And yeah, it's been amazing, and we love Magic Mind, and they have a bunch of products that I love. I won't get into it because I know we're focused on the focus shots.
Focusing on focus shots.
But yeah, they're a great company, and I absolutely love it. I look forward to it. I look forward to it every day, like a little.
I think they
like
taste
a little mouse.
really good. I was going to show you guys me drinking it, but mine is actually empty because I chugged it before
Beautiful
this
bottle.
very podcast.
Beautiful packaging.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't make it, but thank you. Thank you so much.
No, I was talking about you. You look great today.
Hey, I think you look pretty good today
Packaged,
too.
yeah. Total package.
You can try Magic Mind yourself, risk-free. So you have 100 days to change your mind. That's how confident they are, and I love a company that's confident.
Amazing. You get 45% off with the link in the description.
48% off.
48% off. Okay, we've got another 6%. Come
Yeah.
back next week, guys. Maybe it'll be
Maybe
over
it's it.
50% off.
Yeah, and the code is ALLGOOD20.
Okay, all good 20. Go to the link in the description right now, guys. Check it out, and you'll be so happy that you're a part of the Magic Mind family.
I'm excited for you guys to try it.
Yeah. You guys will really feel good. It's just important to try and take care of yourself and use all the things that you can, all the tools that are there. We're trying to get really healthy. I lost 5.5 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I lost it in the last day.
Yeah. We went to the doctor. The doctor.
Not a competition,
We
but
went to the doctor. The doctor to weigh me because I go get weighed every week, like I'm on The Biggest Loser. and we go in and we get weighed, and I'm like, it was 211, and I'm like, I don't feel great. I'm like, I don't think I've lost anything, and I was kind of embarrassed, because
the whole car ride, he was like, "There's no way I lost anything."
Yeah. So we get in there. I get on the scale, 207. So I lost 4 pounds, and I lost 1.5 pounds the week before. So I lost 5.5 pounds. I am glowing, and I'm like, the woman's like, "That's so amazing. That's so amazing." So she goes out of the room, and it's just me and Nivine in the room, and there's a scale there, and Navine's like, I'm gonna jump on the scale. I'm gonna jump on.
Well, Jason was feeling so good, and the last weigh-in I did, I was 108, which is absolutely insane. And so I was like, I want to see that number again because I wanted that hit that Jason was doing the zoomies around the room. And I get on, and I don't want to say the number, but it was so inaccurate.
She got really, really.
It was a crazy
upset.
number.
Then 2 days later, she weighed herself, and she was 4 pounds lighter in less than 48 hours.
Yes.
This was Friday. It's Sunday today. She got on the scale this morning, and she's like,
I'm back.
She comes upstairs. She's like, "You gotta come see this. You gotta come see this."
Jason was literally in the bathroom,
Yeah.
in the toilet, and I go, "Jason, come downstairs.
And I go, I'm coming. I can't wait to see. We got down there, and the funniest part was she goes, those people trying to take me down, and I was like, no one asked you to get on the scale.
No one needed to weigh me for anything. They weren't interested. They didn't even know I was in the room.
Yeah. They were she just got on the scale on her own volition, and I was like, no, what are you talking about? No one was talking about your weight.
Everyone's trying to just keep me down, but I'm back on the up and up. And so I lost that weight in like 30 hours. Therefore, I believe that I'm entitled to having some sort of weight loss plan that I can sell to everyone, because that was crazy. And the power of your mind. So I used to do this when I was little. Did I ever tell you about my boobs?
Yeah, you told me you willed your boobs to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. She just prayed for big boobs, guys, and she got them. Muscle on a beat.
Never mind.
You ready for the Super Bowl today?
Kind of. I also don't care, but I'm also, there's like this fan theory.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift is supposed to re-release her Reputation album, and she hasn't. Okay.
Oh my God, what? How come?
So everyone's like waiting, and so the best time, and she's not going to do this, obviously, but everyone's like wanting it, is so she has a song with Kendrick.
Yeah.
On that album. So we're thinking, imagine how iconic, it won't happen, but how iconic. Kendrick goes up and he like starts to sing a song, and then it like, crackles. And then she walks out, and that's her announcing Reputation, and they sing a song together.
Oh, that would be cool.
While her boyfriend is winning the Super Bowl. Like, it's just too much. It's like power.
You'll have to see if she's in the box in the first quarter and check in the second quarter. But if she ain't there in the second quarter, she's down getting ready to perform.
Well, she's been performing for like 2.5 years straight. There's no, she can just bounce right in there. There's no getting.
She goes in a portal from the box onto the stage.
I don't think she'll do it.
She has portal capabilities.
I don't think she would take the spotlight away. But
well, I mean, that would just only make everything bigger for him. You know what I mean? It's not
for her. Well, not like for Kendrick's performance. For
I just feel like. When you combine audiences like that, I mean, I don't think I wouldn't look at it like that personally, but whatever. Yeah.
No, I know, because I know if I was performing at the Super Bowl, you would go up there and be like, "Hey guys, I got a new a vlog that just came out. If you guys want to check."
Yeah. And if Taylor wanted to jump in on it, I'd be like, okay. I love Taylor Swift. I think she's great. I went to the concert. Oh, so talented. So many songs. She writes the songs. She dances the songs. She sings the songs well. It doesn't hit me. It doesn't move me. Maybe because I'm not a girl. Maybe because I'm super straight.
I think this is what I've learned about you.
Yeah.
Is you truly are someone that likes beats and like the sounds of things, because I remember Steely Dan is one of Jason's favorite bands.
Please don't say that I'm not a Taylor Swift fan and a Steely Dan fan. I'm going to get wrecked in the comments.
But so like when Jason plays Steely Dan, I'm like I always listen to it. I'm like trying to like take it in, but I'm someone that really like the music and the beat could be absolutely terrible. I'm just listening to what the person's saying. And I remember I was like, wait, what did he just say? And you're like, I don't know those lyrics. And I was like, oh, the band that you've been obsessed with for like over 20 years. Oh, okay. So like you really are a vibes guy.
Yeah, I'm a vibes guy. Yeah, I am.
Taylor Swift's lyrics are out of this world.
Right. You think they're as good as Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan is just doing word diarrhea. But I think he's cool. I think Geminis in general, as performers, we don't have to know what we're saying or what we're doing. We're just likable, and like we're so different that people gravitate towards it.
Dear God. Okay, guys. Well, we have our shots fired over here. All right. Well, what's on the docket today, Miss Nivine?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Before we get started, even though we're 45 minutes in.
Yeah. Let's go.
I found a post on. Do you ever frequent Facebook?
Sometimes, yes, I post on Facebook, but I don't peruse. No.
Facebook is the funniest place in the world.
Oh yeah.
A woman's Facebook post. I wanted to show you, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Oh, okay. She's crying because she's 50. Oh.
Can you read the caption
Oh,
or can you not read
I
it?
can. I just need to see it.
Sorry, I didn't bring your glasses down.
Today's my 50th birthday. No husband, no children. I baked the cake all by myself. Now, that's,
Do you see her face?
yeah, but she's been memed, right?
Oh yeah, this is posted on historical
Got
images.
got it, got it.
Yeah, but so this was her Facebook post
Okay.
and people took it. They ate her alive. It was so funny. They were like, if you're 50 and you don't have any of those things and you want those things and you're crying and you're making a cake and then you're also making a post, it's time to look at yourself. Like if you didn't have friends over, because it's
Right.
one thing to be single but like you have like your friends and like you have a support system, you're close with your family. If you're spending your 50th completely alone,
Yeah.
crying and then posting it online, you've got to at that point be like, hey, something's up with me.
Yeah. She probably noticed it in that when all those comments came out on Quora.
To make that photo and in the pose be like she's sobbing.
Maybe they're happy tears. Maybe she's
don't
like,
think so.
I did it. I kept all the assholes out of my life. I love being alone.
She's with the main asshole
Who's that?
herself.
Oh.
Does that mean
No, it's not mean.
anything about your life or anything you complain about is your fault?
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think
It's your fault. You specifically, Jason.
What did I do?
I'm just kidding.
This seems to happen a lot. Nivine gets mad about something, and then she says it's my fault, even though it's clearly not. Well, yeah, I feel bad for her.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to find a way to reach out, but she's been like memed so many times that I can't find the original post.
Right.
But I want to I really want to fix someone. I think because like I don't have children
That's why
myself.
you married
it's
me.
like, no, you're unfixable.
Right.
I need a project, I think.
Yeah. Reach out to her. She probably
I
just
can't
needs,
find her. We've like we've got everyone being
she
her.
probably just needs some friends and
She needs a hard kick in the ass.
well, let's see. For somebody to go through their whole life and not have kids, and she probably had some relationships that didn't work out. And I mean, is everybody? My take would be that she might be unstable,
Yes.
right? So the people that have come into her life are like, I don't want this around, right?
Yes.
And now she's alone, and that's unfortunate. That would be my take on it. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, what's going on with the one of our favorite topics here is I'll get into bed every night and I'll ask Nivine what's going on with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and then she always knows. There's always some new trickle of
I don't even know. There's so much at this point. I don't even know how to
give
break
the
it
broad
down. It's
strokes
like-
if you had to explain
It's like
it.
Blake went after Justin Baldoni, claiming sexual harassment.
Right.
And it
Filed a lawsuit.
Filed a lawsuit. It completely backfired on her in a way that was absolute insanity.
Right.
That someone that would like the fact that she even tried to do that, I think it was like a scare tactic and it didn't work. And now it's like it's snowballed so much to the point where now people are hating Ryan Reynolds, which I love this. I don't think we should hate on Blake. I think she's just there's a certain type of person when you have too much money
Right.
and you think you can do anything. Like I get that. Like I dated someone so rich and I literally the way I was acting was crazy. Like
How are you acting?
I was hungry with power. Like there was nothing. There
Really?
was nothing I couldn't have. And then it started to break.
Tell me about that. What happened?
There's something that
Did you say-
happens-
were you about to say hungry with power?
I was hungry with power. Like I could have anything I wanted. I could go anywhere I wanted. And I remember one of my best friends got mad at me about something.
Yeah.
I was literally sitting like in my mansion in Malibu, like looking out. There's a little private little beach just for me.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And he used to bring a sushi chef that would just make sushi right out there, just for me, just me. And I remember she called me with some problem she was having when it called me out on something.
Right.
And for a second, I had to catch myself. But for a second, I was like, I don't have to deal with this. It wasn't even my house. And I was like, I'm enjoying the view right now. Like, don't ever. If you have a problem, go away. Like, replaceable.
Really?
And that, like, it was like no one could. Like something happened. So imagine.
So money changes people.
There's something about my mood. It was like, you can't. No one will be able to inconvenience me because I don't need to be inconvenienced.
Right.
There's no reason.
Right.
So imagine
Isn't that funny?
how I acted when it wasn't even really mine.
Yeah.
Blake and Ryan, it's theirs.
Sure.
People like that can't, like, you gotta just go away for a little bit and like regroup. Like, Ryan Reynolds came into that movie and rewrote scenes. He is not involved in the movie at all.
So you're pro Baldoni.
I'm I from the facts that I saw, yeah, I think like maybe he's annoying and maybe he's intense. I think that he didn't fall into her whatever. Like maybe she had charm when she was younger.
The thing that I saw was there was like a targeted campaign against him that was started.
Yes.
So there's
But
texts and
first
stuff.
there was a targeted campaign against her, which I believe she started.
Whoa, hot take. Why would she start that?
Because she
So
blamed
she could look
him.
like the victim.
She wanted to look like the victim so that he would be so freaked out by everything coming out that he would be like, okay, like let it go.
My thing is if I'm Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and, Blake goes and does a movie and she had a bad experience on the movie. Maybe she just had a bad experience. Okay, fine. The point is, it's like, you're so high up there. You're such a star.
Let it go.
Like, I would just be like, okay, it's over. Put it behind me. Next,
Let it go.
next $150 million movie that I'm going to star in.
Yeah.
And just like, go live your life and act. I don't understand. So, which makes me think that either A, they're crazy, or B, something happened that was really that bad.
Ryan like barged into a thing and went off on him and had like a full.
Oh yeah.
Like they got in like a fight about the weight. You can't expect a woman that had 4 kids who still looks good. You're beautiful. Don't worry. But if someone has a back problem, that person is you can't go on a helicopter unless you give a weight. Like if she was going on a helicopter and the guy was like, "What's your weight?" Would Ryan Reynolds lose his shit? That's not fat shaming. That's being like nervous about your back.
What was the problem with the weight?
He said that he was fat shaming his wife because he was like maybe suggested a body double.
Good stuff.
It's crazy.
Can I show you this John Mayer thing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I saw this thing. I love John Mayer. I think he's great. I think he's very funny. He's a pretty interesting dude. Great, amazing guitar player. Love his music. And then I saw this thing, and I thought it was so interesting because it was like he has a radio show, and he's kind of opening up about what it's like to date him. And I thought that was just so interesting to hear from his perspective. And I thought it was right up your alley. First of all, he's being really forthcoming, whatever the take is. But I think it's pretty interesting that he's talking about this.
Let's go. I might get a date with somebody, and on their way into the date, they're probably thinking, I know it's him. Let's just do it. He's probably going to be this, that, and that. And they come into the date with their preconceived notion. And their preconceived notion is most of the time that I'm going to somehow try to give them shit. Or that I'm going to be combative, at least intellectually combative. And so they come in hyper defensive, almost combative without any combat. Then they realize...
Do they have like a cache of jokes ready to go for you?
I think no, it's not jokes, because that would be them sort of submitting to me. Mm-hmm. They think I'm going to work things on them.
Yeah.
Because as best they can piece me together, it's probably sarcasm. It's probably a little bit of like manipulation intellectually. And so they're just, and at a certain point they realize, oh, he's not doing that. Mm. And that might be an hour and a half into the thing.
Yeah.
But that's an hour and a half of me going, come on. So by the time I get home, I take my socks off, and I go, well, we tried.
Yeah.
They take their socks off and go, whoa, that guy was completely different than I thought. I think I might like this guy.
They're like in love with you.
Because, okay, so yes. But,
You're smirking. Why are you
And you're
smirking?
probably exhausted.
I'm exhausted. The thing they're in love with is how wrong they were.
Ah,
It's not my responsibility.
Sure.
I still get
interesting.
to choose whether I liked it or not. And half of it I didn't like. I liked the idea that I saw your shoulders drop and you started to become real with me. And you went home going, maybe I go on tour. Maybe I go to these shows. And what's really happening is they're falling, not for me, but for the experience of thinking they were going to have a -5 and having a 6. Well, that's a spread of 11 points,
Yeah.
right? And I was going in just to be a person, and I went, wow, this is really tough. And when I got home, I went, I'm glad I went. Can we do drinks instead of dinners? Because these are 3-hour runs.
I can't even do.
What I'd rather do is just pretend we've known each other for a while and just go for it. And I'll find out.
Cosplay, not intimacy, but just familiarity, just to
Yeah.
get through. Yeah.
But
Because
sometimes, not to jump around, sometimes when I do that, it gets accused of being love bombing.
okay.
So the whole thing, what I'm telling you is the whole thing is fraught with peril.
Yeah.
And and the other thing is, do you drink? Do you drink
Yeah.
alcohol? That's for dating. What a great crutch.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I stopped drinking.
Yeah, I know. So if you're going on, because it's lower pressure just to meet for a
May I?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Johnny boy. So he starts it off by saying people have this preconceived notion of, well, I'm sure we'll play like a part of the clip, right?
Sure.
Okay. You going into something saying like they're going to have this preconceived notion and then I'm going to make them relax. You're going in with a preconceived notion that anyone is doing that with you. I'm sure.
Everyone. He's
Yeah.
making the assumption. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
you're the one with the preconceived notion. Anytime someone complains about something, it's something they're doing. You're going on a date with people and you're like, this is what they're going to be like. And I'm going to have to like disarm them.
Right.
And then they're going to fall in love with me. And then I'm going to be like, oh, well, this was just a pre-date. And it's like,
Yes.
if you let a man, this girl, great. I don't know who she was, but
I don't know if she's his co-host or whatever.
okay, she did something so wonderful. Whereas, like, if it was an Alex Cooper or someone else having that conversation with him, they would have like interrupted a million times to
let him
like
talk.
clarify. If you just shut up when a man is explaining something, just zip your mouth and just look at him and let him go on. He will always tell on himself. He will. They're gonna be in love with me. And then, do you drink? Because I don't drink. I can't do that. I think a date should be called a 0 date because I'm trying to figure out if I even want to date you. John, you peaked.
Oh, come on.
You peaked. You had an amazing run. You should have gotten married during that run because now you're older.
Stop.
You're washed up.
Stop.
You're run down.
No. He's not run down. He looks great. I think what you nailed something really great. Don't go into dates with preconceived notions, whether you're a man or a woman. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was an interesting clip. And that in just that he's just really forthcoming about.
I think when you're
Dating a celebrity.
When you're a celebrity like that,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna have basically on dating apps like Raya.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bunch of like hot model type or Instagram girls or whatever like matching you, right?
Right.
And then you have your pick of the litter. You're already thinking that you're better than them. So you truly are taking it in as like you think you're the shit because so many people want to actually go on a date with you, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that's not clicking with you is someone being infatuated by you and thinking you're hot and someone actually connecting with you is two different things. I've went on dates with people on Raya that were my crushes from like when I was little and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm going on a date with this person. And then I met them and I'm like, I actually don't like them. It's that thing of like, you probably already like me and I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
I had one person who was an actor
Yeah.
that made me sit and watch things that they did that I hadn't seen, and I could I was like,
the worst.
it's crazy.
worst.
It's crazy.
That is probably my biggest pet peeve is running into an actor or a stand-up that like just
I think
talks
they
about
don't
themselves
know
nonstop.
how to genuinely connect, and so they want you. It doesn't. I don't think it comes from a bad place, but it is like, oh, I did this really cool interview. Like, watch it.
Yeah, the worst.
Like people liked this.
Did you ever say like, no, I'm good? That's the best thing to say.
I watched just because
I had a stand-up that I used to see, and he would.
Romantically.
Yes, he was a male stand-up that I was involved with before I switched back to girls. No, and he would tell me his bits, and I would be like, and one time I go, hey, don't tell me your bits. I go, I don't want to hear your bits. Like, let's just talk normal like that. And he was crushed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I used to say a lot of wild things to people, and I don't do that anymore. But
What do you mean?
I would just be like, I would just do that. I would just be like, hey, I don't like that. I don't like when you do that. I had a phase like that.
Jason, I love that. Bring
Oh
that
yeah,
back.
yeah. You want me to bring it back?
I think that's so.
You don't want me to do that with you though.
No, I think that's so. Like, I love. That's
yeah.
why I really like people with like Asperger's, because they don't have. They don't have that filter, and that's why like I love that personality trait where like they'll literally like. Have you ever been to dinner with someone with like Asperger's? Like they'll be like, "Hey, you're talking too much," and it's like, "Oh."
What a
I
gift
think it's
that
such
is.
a refreshing thing.
It's tough to have Asperger's, but that's the nice part of it. All right, listen, we have time for a couple questions, I think, but let's just keep it going. This has been a great podcast. I want to hear more about when you were a billionaire and you wanted a lot of power. It's so interesting. You should just one more billionaire story.
Okay. Billionaire story. I mean, I was just on top of the world.
I love it. You could basically say, you could be like to him, you'd be like, "Hey, let's go on African safari."
Like it was,
and he'd be like, "All right,
it was anything.
anything. Let's have a top chef in town come cook for us tonight." Yeah.
That
Wednesday
kind of
night.
thing. The trouble with it though is you have to remember that he was the rich one.
Sure.
So it couldn't be.
There were things that he wouldn't deem of value.
It had
worth.
it had to be. It couldn't be anything loud, so it couldn't be a concert.
Yeah.
And it had to be something where I could basically hear him talk. Except, so the greatest part, this is like my favorite thing ever. You'll love this.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, go.
He grew up
Yeah.
just trying to get money because he didn't have money, which I love.
Sure.
Right?
Very admirable.
So he never went out. He never had friends. He just focused on making money. So then he never went to clubs. And so he was obsessed with clubbing.
Yeah.
3 nights a week.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not a club person, and I'll say it. I went to Poppy. Okay,
Yep.
I went to. There's a disco at the
Bootsy
Standard.
Bellows.
I was
places,
there.
One Oak.
I was there.
Yeah.
Okay. I was dancing. I was learning rap songs. I was doing it all, and it got to a point where I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not.
Right.
I also wasn't like 21. Like,
Sure.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to go on vacation.
Sure.
So I was like, hey, I can't do this. And he would get so angry.
Like, I can't do the club thing.
I can't do the club thing. Wow. It's beneath me. I've had this phase. I don't need to be at the club.
Yeah.
No, there's no reason.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to be at the club and not be dancing. And like in LA clubs, people aren't dancing. People are like standing at their table and they're too cool for school. So it's literally me and this giant man that's fully, I'll show you a picture because he refused to wear anything that wasn't Versace.
Yeah.
And it's the thick print of Versace.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like, and he's a tall guy. Like
Yeah.
you can't miss him.
Right.
And he would make me wear Versace. So it was the most embarrassing thing. And he'd be like, no one's dancing, go dance. And just me by myself. It was mortifying. And then he would like learn break dance moves.
Oh, you don't like that at all.
I don't like that.
You don't like that.
I don't like that.
No.
But I
would
did it.
never say that to
Hey,
you.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I so many people were like, "What?" And I remember I would run into people I used to know, and they'd be like, "Nivine," and I'm like, "I'll text you later." I looked crazy.
How long did it last for?
A little bit. And
A little bit. That means less than a year.
I was like, I'm not doing clubs anymore. I put my foot down. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I lose you. I don't care what. I'm done.
And what did he say?
And he goes, "Let's negotiate." He was a
Sure, business.
nice man.
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, no problem. We'll negotiate." You know what he did? He said, "What don't you like about the clubs?" And I was like, "There's like 21-year-olds. No one's having fun. I just don't like it. Like I don't
Sure.
like the vibe. Everyone's staring at me because it's me and you are the only ones dancing. It feels uncomfortable." He bought like a $30 million house that had a nightclub downstairs.
Oh no. Yeah.
And he started to set it up.
Yeah.
And he surprised me with that house.
No.
And I was like, "Oh." And he was like, "So Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights, this is where we're going to be." And that's when I was like, I can't do this.
when he would have the party at the house in the club, were there people there or just you?
So I left while that was still being built. So
You never made
there's
it to the
some lucky girl out there that was enjoying that club.
There's somebody out there that loves it.
Which is crazy to me because I think it got finished being built and like set up during COVID, which would have been the perfect time to have like a club in your house.
Gosh. So funny. That's such a funny concept.
So I hope someone
trying to
is
hold on
enjoying
to a
that.
billionaire.
I tried. I really tried.
Like it's such a funny concept because it's just like, I mean, it's just the money.
The money.
And then you can't
it's not-
you can't fake
Yeah.
you can't fake it. I guess is the point. Like you can have all the money in the world, but if you can't stand the person or the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But what's funny about it is the next you're done, and then you wake up the next day and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try one more day.
Literally a million times. I would always like sit there and I'd be like, "No, okay, like I'm pulling the plug."
Yeah.
And then he'd send me something so insane.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, or he would write also these like crazy letters. Like I'm a word person.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, like this is how I really feel. He'd have his money manager call me and like say like, he just doesn't know how to express himself. Like this is how like really be so like loving. And then I get there and I'm like, you're an insane person.
Right.
But
he couldn't express his feelings, maybe.
Guys
have trouble with that.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, let's do some questions.
I wish you could meet him.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'll go to the club. I'll go Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Well, good on you. I'm glad you're here with me instead.
Hey, I walked away from that a few times.
I know. Good on you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. What time are we
I think you
on?
might be a moron, but
Well, maybe you should say a fun dating story.
me?
Yeah.
I don't have any fun dating stories.
Come on.
I literally don't.
No.
I'm like I'm trying to think a fun dating story.
Like, was there someone you really wanted to like, but you couldn't?
No, I hated everybody. Anybody I dated, I was just like, God, get me out of here.
I don't think that's true.
Oh yeah, it is. All right, we'll do one question and then we'll call it.
Okay. A girl found out her fiance
Yeah,
is $50,000 in debt.
it's nothing.
And he didn't tell her until now.
Okay.
We've talked about marriages and finances before, and he never brought it up. Now I feel a little betrayed. Is this a sign I shouldn't marry him? I mean, I think with money, I think sometimes people are embarrassed.
Yeah.
I think maybe he didn't tell you in that conversation, but he did end up telling you, and he told you before you got married.
Yeah. I mean, listen, sister, this is the time to jump ship. If you can't get over, if the lying is going to bother you,
Then you should not be with a man.
yeah, the lie.
Switch teams, girl.
Yeah. If the lying is going to bother you, get out. And if you're worried about being $50,000 in debt, get out. But if you really love him, if you love him more than anything, and
Then you'll pay off his debt.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what you just said is true.
What?
I mean, it's true.
She can't pay his debt.
No, she doesn't have to pay his debt, but she'll.
What's his debt from?
When you say pay off the debt, I mean
Like,
she'll
you guys
stick
have
in there
to
with him and
have to figure
and
it out.
and you'll figure it out. You don't have to pay off the debt, but good luck. And I don't know if I helped you, but
Have you ever had a one night stand?
no, never had a one night stand.
If you guys have had a one night stand with Jason, please, I'm gonna do a website where you submit your stories.
It's awesome. That's just what we need. Hatred coming my way.
No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead. Next question.
I caught my girlfriend
Yeah.
texting her ex late at night. She says they're just friends, but she hid the conversation from me. Okay, so I guess he caught her doing it. When I asked why, she said she didn't want me to get the wrong idea. Is this something I should worry about? I think it depends. I think if...
Can I have a sip of that?
Oh, yeah. This one?
Yeah.
Do you want a new one?
Yeah, new one.
I think that... Orange or green?
Orange.
Here's my rule. I think that if you are talking, like if I have a conversation with my ex about something, it's usually like a business question. I always do tell Jason about the conversation. You shouldn't be saying anything that you wouldn't say in front of your partner.
What was the text? Did she read the text?
He said she wouldn't show him.
She wouldn't show him. Maybe they're planning a big surprise birthday party for him. Damn, this is good.
She hid the conversation from me. That's not good.
Oh.
She's talking.
I have to listen better.
They're in cahoots.
I have to start listening better.
But here's the truth, guys. If you freak out on someone for texting their ex, or even if like you're super jealous and you're like always like accusing someone of cheating, or like you're like on someone's not going to not text their ex or not cheat on you because you're on their ass. They're just gonna get more creative with it. You really have to be with someone you trust, and there's like really nothing you can do about getting hurt in that way. If someone's going to do something bad to you, they're going to do it. And like, you can go through their phone, you can go chase them in the car to see where they're going. It doesn't matter. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. So like, you really have to find a sense of peace within yourself and like choose better, because you really can't stop someone by being controlling from hurting you.
I love that. If I had something better to add, I would, but you said it so well.
You can't. You can only just control who you pick, and like if someone cares about you, they're not going to hurt you. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, all you have is yourself.
So that's a little grim.
We're born alone, we die alone.
Well, listen, this has been an amazing podcast. Thank you so much for opening up about all your past stories. I love that. I thought that was really cool.
Jason breaks up with me after this. Well, you didn't share anything, so that's
I didn't
weird.
share anything?
Yeah. Any funny like Raya stories?
Well, we met on Raya, and then we both got kicked off. I saw Nivine's picture. I couldn't believe it. I was like, the way she looked, her face, her whole thing. I was just like, this is the hottest girl I've ever seen in my entire life. You messaged back pretty quick, which I could have. I remember opening it being like, I just remember seeing the message. I can't read the message yet, but that you had written back. That you had written back was just like,
that's so nice.
Oh! I was like, she wrote back. She wrote back. There's no way. And then I opened it and I was like, And I don't know, you wrote something really sweet. You wrote something pretty earnest and pretty regular. And then I think I maybe said, oh, you want to get together or something? And then you wrote back, yes. How about, like, it was soon. It was like in a couple days or something. And I was like, oh my God, I got a date with this girl in 2 days? This is crazy. And then I remember going to the date. I remember going to the date like one time when I was a kid, my aunt knew somebody at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
And they were like, you're going to get to go to Fenway Park today and you're going to get to throw the ball around with a couple of the players. Yeah. Like my aunt was a big deal in Boston. And that's what it felt like going just on the date with you.
So nice.
Just on the date with you. I remember driving being like, I'm going to get at least 3 hours with this girl. Maybe
3?
2. Okay, maybe 2. I was like, I'm going to get 2 hours with this girl. Like, I was like, this is insane. And I was like, and it was like going to Fenway Park for 2 hours.
That's really nice.
And so then I remember going and I remember meeting you. And I remember being like, I didn't expect to hit it off. All I wanted to do was just like, maybe just talk to you for a little bit. And,
yeah.
Yeah. And then when you ended up being like so lovely and so funny and even prettier in person.
That's really sweet.
I was just like, I remember just being, oh my God, this girl's absolutely the one for me.
That's so nice. Was there anything
off?
Yeah, like that you could tell me now. Like, was there anything that happened that was like, oh. Because I remember once I thought I freaked you out. I had come over. We were having dinner on the deck. Mm-hmm. And I had told you about a stalker that I had. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm scaring him a little bit.
No. I was like, yeah, of course you have stalkers. I'm about to stalk you. Guys, thank you so much. We love you guys. I'll say goodbye on my camera.
And let me know if you guys like how this is formatted, because I'm reading the comments and I'm listening and I'm implementing changes for the people, by the people.
Well, yeah, Nivine read a comment that you guys didn't like the way we were sitting on one couch and staring. So you got profiles. So we added this today.
I'm truly someone that like I look at people's like eyes and stuff, but I'll try not to. I'll look at you guys instead. Do you like this better? Bye-bye.
You're gonna get another stalker.